So I get this question all the time. Everyone's like, dude, how many iPhones do you have? How many phones do you have in general? All those things. Now, I'm not going to be able to show you how many phones I have in this video, but I'll just show you how many iPhones I have. Now, it's interesting because about a year ago, I would say about like a year and like 2 months, I did a video, the exact same video, and it showcased how many iPhones I had at that point. And it's cool and kind of weird at the same time to see like the progression and like how many iPhones this channel has gotten since then. Because like I said, I mean, I might be the one getting these iPhones, but you guys are the one giving me them in a way because you guys watch my videos. If you guys weren't watching them, then I wouldn't even get them, to be honest. And like I said before, it might be a lot of phones. You guys might think I'm a little rich boy or spoiled or whatever. Just know that this is an investment. This channel is like a business in a way, even though I like don't even treat it like that. These phones, if I didn't have these phones, I wouldn't be able to make the videos, thus not making content, thus not making revenue. You guys know what I mean? So I'm not trying to come off like a spoiled boy or anything like that. I make a lot of stupid decisions. I don't have enough money to be wasting around or anything like that. But if you want to see that video of about a year ago when I did my iPhone collection at that point, it'll be like the first link down in the description. But other than that, let's get started. Now, some of these are broken. I would say a lot of them are broken, but I do have at least one of every iPhone. Starting off with the first one. Now, some of these I didn't charge, so I don't think they're going to turn on. But this is the first iPhone, the iPhone 2G or whatever they call it. As you can see, overall, it's in good condition. I've done tons of videos on this one. It does have a black hole for some reason right at the front of it. I don't know if you can tell right there. So I don't really understand. It looks like it got burnt, but it works fully, which is really cool. And I'm glad I got one so I can kind of experience what people were like kind of messing with at that time. So this is like the main important one. Then I have this one, which I think is an iPhone 3G or 3GS. I honestly can't tell. You guys will probably be able to tell based off of the way this phone looks, but let me know which one this is. I have one of these. And this is another one of those. I think this might be the 3G, but I honestly don't remember because it does have that storage variant right there. But again, let me know which one this one is. I think this is the 3G. I think this one was a 3GS. Now, for some reason, I have two iPhone 4s or 4Ss. You guys will be able to tell me which ones these are, but they're broken. I don't know even why I bought them. They turn on. I think they just needed their screen replaced. Oh, I remember. So I was going to get their screens for these two, and I was going to replace them myself, but I realized that the screen replacement process was super hard for these specific iPhones. So I decided not to do it because it's just going to be a huge process, and I didn't feel like messing with it. The backs on these are cracked as well, and I had another iPhone 4S, and it kind of worked, but I don't even remember what happened to it. Just kidding, here's the other iPhone 4, totally messed up, totally cracked. It does have a missing back as well. I don't know what I'm doing with these. Like, what was I thinking of? And as you can see, we have the fake iPhone 11 right there. Now, I have 3 iPhone 5s. Now, this is really weird because, okay, I don't understand I don't know what my purchase decisions are, but from the back, they look like they work and everything, right? But if you look on the front, like these are totally mismatched. So this one, it looks like it's like fully working, whatever, but it's not. The screen totally popped out. I don't remember what I did with this one. This was probably years ago that I messed with that one. But these iPhone 5s, these are just the housings. I think I meant to replace another iPhone 5, but I don't really even remember. So these are totally broken. But they look kind of cool from the back though. Now I have 3 iPhone 5Cs. These are really cool phones. I've always bashed them, but I kind of like how they feel in the hand. They don't feel premium at all. They're very plasticky, especially nowadays, but I understand what they did for the moment in time they were released. So these two fully work. This one has a cracked screen, but I think I can replace this one and fix it pretty easily. These are 3 iPhone 5Cs. You've probably seen this one before. This is the one I do most of the videos on when I'm talking about a 5C. So here's an iPhone 6s Plus. The only issue with this one is that it does have a cracked screen. I don't know if you can see it or not, but it's like right here. And then I went to replace the screen, and for some reason the screen was faulty, so I had to revert back to this one. But I never made videos on this specific iPhone 6s Plus. It was only for the other ones. This one still works. It's perfectly fine. It just needs a new screen, but I just haven't gotten the time to actually replace it. And I think this is the 128 gig variant too, which is really strange because usually I would fix it and like keep it or something, but I just never got around to it. Now this is another iPhone 6s, believe it or not. This is another one of those phones that falls into that faulty category. I don't even remember why I got this, and I think maybe it was part of another iPhone and I used that screen to fix this one. I don't even remember, but I think it has most of the parts to be fully working. I don't really know what's missing. Obviously it's missing the whatever this is, but it seems like it still has a logic board from what I can see. It just needs the screen, but I feel like it's missing something else. I'm just being an idiot right now, but this is an iPhone 6s. If it was fixed, it's a very, very good phone. Now here's another iPhone 6s Plus that could be fixed. It's just missing a ton of things within it. The housing is perfectly fine. The screen I think is good. Oh, something just fell out. And this is actually the logic board of this phone. As you can see, it's missing literally everything. It's missing the battery's bad. Everything is bad. It's literally just a housing. I think this is the screen that I meant to fix the other 6s Plus, but I never got around to it. And this one was faulty for some reason. I don't know why. But as you can see, if I fix this one, it'd be pretty sick. It's so funny the logic board came out of it. I think I even made a video talking about how I fixed it, but I don't even remember. And this is another iPhone 6 Plus. This one is fully working. There is something wrong with it though. I don't remember, but There's an issue with it, or with the cracked screen right here, but there's an issue with it that makes me not want to make videos with this one. But otherwise, very good condition. I used this phone for not this specific phone, but the 6 Plus I used as a main phone for so long. It was really, really nice. And it was actually the first iPhone that I ever used as a main phone. And this is an iPhone 5S, very good device. I like it a lot. I literally just made a video about it. iOS 12.4 ended on it, which is really weird, but this is an iPhone that I have a lot of respect for, and you guys don't want to hear me talk about it. So those are most of the iPhones that I don't talk about on my channel. So these are iPhones that I have literally like in a cabinet. I never talk about these ever. I never mess with these. These are all, like I said, broken, something wrong with them, except the 2G, 3G, 3GS. Those are just kind of old. Otherwise, I don't even talk about these iPhones. This one actually, I don't have the SIM to go through the front bypass screen when you set up the iPhone. I can't fix the 5S for some reason, and it sucks so bad because it was a perfectly working phone. I just didn't have the correct SIM for it, which sounds stupid. Now let's talk about the phones that you guys have probably already seen on my channel. Let's start off with these two. These are both an iPhone 4 and an iPhone 4S. You probably see me talk about these all the time. These are very, very good devices. The 4S just got another update, which is probably the last time I've made a video on the 4S. But the iPhone 4 I haven't talked about in a minute. So these are two iPhones that you probably have seen on the channel primarily. This is an iPhone 6S that if you've seen my channel, if you watch my videos, you already know what's up. I talk about this phone all the time. Literally, so many people love this iPhone. I probably talk about this phone literally like every single day that I make a video. So this deserves its own corner right here. This is a very good phone. And this is the newest iPhone 6S that I just bought. This one's still on iOS 12. I only bought a separate one so I can do comparisons and all those things. So this will always be on an older version of whatever that one is on. I don't have to edit it like I always do with those other comparisons that I did. So I'm really, really glad about that one. This one also deserves another corner right there. Now this is another iPhone 5S that I bought to replace the other iPhone 5S that I didn't have the SIM for. So this one I can still do reviews and everything for, but this one got so unsupported, so it's not getting iOS versions anymore. So I'll still do like hardware reviews and stuff for it, but other than that, it's really kind of at its end of life, which is kind of sad because it had a long history. Now this is kind of the successor to the 5S. This is an iPhone SE. You've seen me make so many videos on this one. I literally talk about this thing all the time. Still fully works, it's just kind of dead. I make so many reviews on this thing. You guys love this phone. I love this phone a lot. And it's always in my arsenal to, if I need to make a video about something, it's usually always going to be the SE or even the iPhone 6S more than likely, but the SE, tremendous phone. This is an iPhone 5 that still fully works other than the other ones that I don't have that are just the housings. Very good device as well. Literally, like, there's nothing wrong with the ones that I usually mess with, which are these ones. These ones, there's something wrong with, but I love this phone a lot. But otherwise, it's a very good phone, and I have so much love for it. I will probably always cherish it and treat it like my husband. You guys know what I mean. Now, this is another iPhone 6 Plus. This is the one I use all the time. Fully works. They're just not charged. Oh, this one is charged, actually. This one is running iOS 12.4, I think. I honestly don't remember. But I use this one all the time whenever I make videos. The back is kind of messed up, and it's kind of separating a little bit from the screen. I don't know if you guys can see that, but otherwise, I like this phone a lot. Like I said, this was not this specific one, but the 6 Plus was the first phone that I used when I actually updated and started using an iPhone for all my devices. This is another iPhone. I think this is the first iPhone 6 I talked about, actually. Fully working, love it so much. I don't know if it's charged. Okay, it's definitely not charged, but I have one on iOS 11 and I have one on iOS 12. The reason being iOS 11 I have jailbroken. So I figured I'd keep that one separate, and then I bought another iPhone 6 to do the iOS 12 ones for it. So it's a lot of buying other things just to keep the old ones like consistent. And I think I made my last video on this in terms of software like 2 weeks ago, which is kind of sad. Like, I had a lot of respect for it. This one really built the channel up, not gonna lie. When I was doing all those iOS reviews, this is the one that actually helped out and was gaining a lot of views at the time. This is an iPhone 6S Plus, fully working again. I don't know why I have to keep saying fully working. Well, the ones I'm going to show you now are going to be fully working. But the other thing about this is that the screen is also separating from the display, from the body, which is really bad. I hate that so much because when I run my fingers through the sides, I can sense it. But it's not that big of a deal. The 6S Plus and the 6S series are very great phones. I used this one as a main phone for a while, and I like it a lot. This is one of the ones that I do like so much respect for. This is the other iPhone 6S. This is the one that is jailbroken. And I can tell because the screen is also separating from the body here. That's just one common problem that I've seen with like every single phone, like every iPhone, is that over time the screen just starts separating from the body and you can just like run your fingers through it and it just feel like you're going to slice your finger up, which is bad. But I like this one. It's stuck on iOS 11. It's not stuck, but I just jailbroke it, so I want to keep it jailbroken and see what we can do in the future with it. I never got around to making videos on it. This is an iPhone 7. This is the one I do a lot of my videos on before, if you guys seen. It's the pink one. Also, I think the screen is messed up on this because I've always felt really weird about it. But I bought another iPhone 7 to compensate for it. The home button on this one is broken. I think somebody tried to replace the screen and it messed up. Then they put it back and it's still messed up, or they bought another one, replaced it. But overall, I love this one. I did a lot of videos on that. And we also have another iPhone SE. This is the one that I do a lot of videos on, or this is the one. I have one that has like a kind of messed up corner. That's the one on iOS 12. Then I have another one that's like clean and everything. This is the one on iOS 13. And whenever you see iOS 13 reviews, this is the one I usually talk about. And this one is also dead. All my phones are dead. I should have charged them before, but whatever. Now this is an iPhone 7 Plus. This is the one that you can see I do so much. The phone on the side. But this is the one I also do a lot of videos on. This one has a little bit of a cracked screen right here, I think. I was thinking of replacing it, but then I would have to lose the home button. I might just end up getting another iPhone 7 Plus to compensate this one, but I guess we'll see what happens. But this one is also very good. I love this phone so much. The 7 Plus is one of my favorite phones ever. And then I have another iPhone 7, like I said before, to compensate for the other iPhone 7 that I messed up a little bit. This one is on iOS 12, and I'm going to keep this one on iOS 12. I'm going to keep that one on iOS 13 so that I can do those iOS reviews super easily. But this one also is really cool. I love iPhone 7s. They're very good devices. I just wish Apple kind of fixed their supply chain issues up a little bit. This is an iPhone 8. Very good phone. I love this one, except it has a crazy cracked back. I was going to put a skin over it, but it never worked. I messed up the skin, and I couldn't even fix it. So I might get another iPhone 8 to make this one look better. But this is a very good phone. I like this one a lot. It just kind of, I don't know. I still feel like they're kind of expensive even in the used market, but I guess we'll see what happens. Hopefully they'll depreciate a little bit faster. Now this is the iPhone 8 Plus. Very tremendous phone. Also with the iPhone 8, this one also has a cracked back, but you can't really tell. Maybe you can tell I'm just being dumb, but I still feel like these ones are pretty expensive in the used market as well. They're still cheaper than buying them brand new, but I don't know. I feel like you can get a lot of a better phone. I'm not saying the iPhone 8 Plus is a bad phone at all. I love this one. I wouldn't have it if I didn't like it, but I feel like they're still kind of expensive. They feel tremendous, feel like such a premium phone. Very, very good. Apple knocked it out of the park with the 8 Plus. It's super underrated because of the iPhone 10, which is the main phone that I use every single day. This is my baby. This is my baby mama. This is the thing that I report to all the time. I have so much love for this, and I don't even think I'm going to update. Even when I get the newer iPhones that come out in September, I'm probably still going to keep this one, honestly. There's nothing wrong with it. I like it. I want to see how long I can keep it. And if they don't change up the body or anything like that besides the cameras on the back, then I'm still going to keep it, honestly. This one is not going anywhere. I also have the iPhone XR. This is the one I bought in October when it came out. I never used this. I never put my SIM in it. A lot of people told me they were like, yo, why don't you use your iPhone XR? Why did you buy it? You don't use it. Well, it's just to make videos on. Like, I like my iPhone 10 a lot, but I decided to keep this one because I felt like I could make a ton more videos on, and I have since then. I really don't talk about it too much because there's not a lot of news talking about it, but otherwise, I think it's a tremendous phone and I love it a lot. Now we're coming down to the home stretch. These are the last two devices. My iPhone XS. I recently just picked this one up. This one is dead again, but I like the iPhone XS. I love this gold one that I bought. It's super sick. It looks so cool. And also the gold kind of coloring around the back, which is really cool. Now I do have a skin over it. This one has a cracked back and it doesn't look too good, so I figured I would just go and put a skin over it, like how the 8 Plus and 8 are. So if you see this one, the carbon fiber one, make sure you know it's a XS. But here's the other thing. I'm actually kind of liking this. At first I was like, oh, I don't want to do it, but then I did it. But now I'm kind of liking it. And now I kind of want to do it for my iPhone 10 and kind of take the case away from it. Because I feel like this thing can kind of absorb a drop. It's glass, so it's really premium. But I don't know. That's something that I'll probably end up doing, but probably for like a week before I take it off. And this is the last iPhone. This is the iPhone XS Max. This one is much bigger than all the other ones. But this one is charged, so that's really cool. And just like the other one, this one does have a cracked back as well. Otherwise, nothing else wrong with it. I think there's a little bit of like a crack in this corner, but otherwise really good. I like this one. I can't wait to make so many more videos on this one. And I like the XS Max. I picked one up the day it came out in September of last year, and I loved it, but I just was like, oh, dude, it's just so expensive. I don't know if it's worth keeping or whatever, but I ended up returning it, and then I ended up buying another one. So that is pretty much all the iPhones that I own right now. I've owned way more in the past. I'm probably still missing a ton that I have scattered around everywhere, but these are most of them. As you saw, I have one of every single one, which is really cool. I mean, I love being able to just quickly pick out an iPhone, like say an SE, compare it to a XS and see how they compare, all that stuff. And I just love having the opportunity to do that. But you guys give me the opportunity too, so. I didn't buy these all in one day. These are like constantly going through like weeks and weeks and months. So I think it's a really cool thing. I'm so glad I was given the opportunity to do something like this, but there's probably someone out there who is like 30 times more than I do. But man, that's pretty much it. Let me know what your favorite iPhone was down in the comment section below. Hit that like button, that would mean so much, but definitely hit that subscribe button. Every single subscriber that we get really does count, so it would mean so much if you guys could hit that. Also, check out the other links down in the description as well. My Twitter, my Instagram, my second channel. All those links are linked down below. I'd really appreciate if you guys could check it out. But more importantly than everything else, I love every single one of you guys. Hopefully I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace out till then.